During an argument between you and Sonam, who usually wins?
Sonam.
Alright. Vikramaditya Motwane or Anurag Kashyap, who has a better script sense?
This one's not going to go down well. But
Have to interview Tom Cruise. What is that one question you would surely ask him?
why did you stop doing all the films of yours that I used to like 10, 15 years ago?
Your all-time favorite Western film?
I actually, to be honest, I don't really watch too many westerns. But
हम लोग अगर एक साल ऐसे बैठे रहे ना तो हमको लगता है हम इंडस्ट्री से आउट हो गए.
Harsh, if you have to direct Anil Kapoor, what genre would you want to experiment with?
drama.
Drama. Any reference?
Lost in Translation is a good one.
Okay, that's okay.
Yeah.
Your all-time favorite Western film?
I actually, to be honest, I don't really watch too many westerns. But there's a show on Amazon Prime called Too Old to Die Young. It's got Miles Teller from Whiplash, the drum film.
Of course.
It's kind of like a new age western. It's cool, that one.
When you started preparing for this film, what was the biggest challenge you faced?
To try and understand as an actor how to engage the audience and bring intensity without having the room to say or do much. When you're playing a character where you're not able to reveal too much about yourself or your motivations, and you don't have too much material to kind of work with, I think it requires a lot of concentration to be able to kind of keep them engaged, so I think I would say that.
All right, Vikramaditya Motwane or Anurag Kashyap, who has a better script sense?
This one's not going to go down well. But I think Anurag's a very good writer, right? Like I think Vikram is also a very good writer, but I think Vikram's an incredible filmmaker, and I think Anurag has written not only for obviously the films that he directs, but a lot of other films, other people as well. I think Vikram more like writes for himself. So I would say maybe Anurag is kind of a little more diverse in terms of the stuff that he can write. But Vikram is a genius also, yeah, obviously.
All right. During an argument between you and Sonam, who usually wins?
Sonam.
All right. According to you, best performance of Anil sir?
I like Pukar. I like AK versus AK actually, to be honest, I think that could be the best, I think.
That was really cool.
Yeah,
I think that
could be the best, I think. It's just also breaking away from any expectations and conventions, So it's great.
All right. Apart from films, which topic you love to discuss with your father?
I like clothes a lot. I think fashion, I would say fashion.
All right. Okay. Something about Fatima that you would want to see in all your co-actresses?
Something that I would like to see in all my co-actresses would probably be, I think in this particular film as well, you can just see real vulnerability. It's very difficult for people like us to be vulnerable in our lives, right? Because in order to be vulnerable, you always risk somebody can hurt you, you know what I mean? So what we tend to do in our lives, especially with the way the world is going, we tend to shed the vulnerability and pretend that we're a lot stronger than we are because we don't want to get hurt. But despite how many times she has been hurt, she still has the ability to be able to be vulnerable, and it's a remarkable thing, because you come across a lot of people and they're almost putting on this persona. They have a persona that they put up because they don't want to be hurt almost, because they're full of fear. So I think she's kind of overcome that fear, and she's kind of always like jumps in a very naive kind of way, which is like I'm like that also. So.
All right, that's wonderfully explained. If you have to interview Tom Cruise, what is that one question you would surely ask him?
Why did you stop doing all the films of yours that I used to like 10, 15 years ago? And now you just do part 3 and part 4 and part 5 and part 6. Because, I grew up on like Magnolia and Risky Business and Jerry Maguire.
Of course.
And now it's just Jack Reacher and Mission Impossible 9, 10, 11. I've forgotten what it is. So it would be nice to go back to that, I think. Yeah.
How to react to these YouTube comments on the trailer of Thar? This is Rahul Agarwal. Harshvarrdhan man, fan of his script choices and acting from the first movie, Pure Class.
That's very kind, and it's also very encouraging because sometimes we get a little lost, in our own world, and we're like, I'm doing this stuff, but I don't really know if anybody is watching, and who is this for? Is it worth it? So I've gone through all the comments actually, and I can't believe it. I'm shocked and pleasantly surprised that there's so much encouragement, and people have seen Bhavesh and Mirzya and AK and Ray, and they see now slowly what I'm trying to do. So it's keeps me going, I think.
Right. No, I think Bhavesh was outstanding. I think even the belief system, I think, was really nice
in the film, right? Yeah. What it represents,
it represents. Shivankar Gupta, Harshvarrdhan Kapoor is an underrated gem. Give him any character, he will nail it with perfection. Want to see more of him. ये तो आपसे सवाल उसमें ही पूछा गया था ट्रेलर लॉन्च पे कि आप थोड़ा सा कम आती हैं फिल्में आपकी.
I actually, I want to work more. So like I did Vasan's film and this back to back. So I felt quite confident because like even I've spoken to Fatima, like sometimes we work and then we don't work, and that's quite difficult because as an actor, like even Dad will tell you, you have to keep doing it. It's like to keep getting better. So I did AK versus AK in Jan-Feb before COVID, and I knew this in my heart that the scenes had gone really well. But then we had COVID, right? So I was sitting at home for 8 months, and again I went into a bit of a slump. So I had to really pick up myself and gain confidence because it had been so long since Bhavesh, and I went to Ray, and then I did Thar, and then I came back really confident, and now again I've not been on set for almost 1 year. So it's very tough, man. I want to work more. I hope that the opportunities come my way because it's tough. It's not been easy.
You get opportunities. It's just that not.
Yeah, I mean,
you're chasing something.
I guess maybe I'm chasing something a little different, which is why one has to kind of commit to that journey and then just be patient, and then the magic happens. So like Vasan called me out of the blue. So
right, yeah, I think Thar will open the floodgates. I'm sure that Satish ji and Anji with their experience,
I hope so.
they would.
हम लोग अगर एक साल ऐसे बैठे रहे ना तो हमको लगता है हम इंडस्ट्री से आउट हो गए.
सतीश जी के तो आई थिंक
सिक्योरिटी हो जाएगी.
गिल्टी माइंड नाउ
insecurity, what Archie is saying, it is their confidence and belief in themselves. Otherwise हम लोग तो मतलब 15 दिन कहीं नहीं हो तो हमको लगता है यार आपको भी लेगा नहीं हमको यार.